Hello, and welcome. Today we are looking into the case of Alex MURDAUGH. So saying Alex MURDAUGH means that we are looking into more than just the death of his wife and son. We are going to look into everything. I have an article up from Fox News, which I will link below if I remember. If not, somebody remind me. But essentially, this looks like it goes through everything from the death of Stephen Smith to the death of the housekeeper, deadly boat crash, double murder, all that. So we're going to look at it in this timeline order. But first, we're going to look at each individual and just see their energy. Full transparency, I know this is a very big case. I have not followed it. I was not interested in it because of the privilege that's associated with it, and I just was like, no thanks. However, these are still victims that deserve a voice, and there's a lot of people wanting to know what happened, so I want to do whatever I can to get those answers. Yeah, so let's start. Let's start with, the other thing is, so let's say the average person, what the average person knows about this case, if that is represented by 100, doesn't mean you know 100%, but I'm saying the average person, if they know what is represented by 100, I'm at like a 20. So I'm going into this first reading pretty blind, and then after I get the foundation laid from this reading, I can do a little bit more research, but I didn't want to do too much research and go in biased. So that is what we're doing. So let's look into the 6 months leading up to Maggie and Paul's death. I want the energy for Alex. Let's just look into Alex and Maggie first. Let's do 8 of Cups. For Alex. And then for Maggie, we have 7 of Wands. So Alex was leaving something behind and Maggie was standing her ground. Death reversed to clarify the 8 of Cups. So Alex was unfulfilled and repeating a negative pattern. The World in reverse. It's something that, like, I should have known better. I shouldn't keep doing this, but I'm going to keep doing this. And whatever that was causing him to feel like he needed to walk away from something or leave something behind. Clarify the 7 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles reversed. So there's the money that she was worried about. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is literally being stressed about finances. And then the 3 of Wands reversed is a lack of planning or progress. So between the two of them, he was doing something, which obviously we kind of already know, but he was doing something that he had done in the past. He was letting it kind of spiral, and she was noticing the financial aspect of it. With this 3 of Wands reversed, what is this 3 of Wands reversed? Page of Wands reversed. It's almost like every time she would talk to him about it, he would just throw a tantrum. Like, she'd be like, hey, do you want to talk about this? And he would just go off. I'm getting a lot of cards about delays. So I feel like he was telling her something's in the works. Like there's some kind of plan that's unfolding. But like she wasn't seeing the progress from that plan. Like, for example, if he was saying like, oh, this person is helping me sort out the money, and he kept telling her that over and over for an extended period of time, but she wasn't seeing, like, if this person's helping you and they've been helping you for this long, Where's the help? Where's the progress? That's what I'm seeing here. And it definitely had everything to do with money. But it also has a lot to do with him trying to put it off. Like, just let me get through this day. Okay. Oh, she's bringing it up again. Let me get through this day. Let me just pour a little bit more of a lie on this. Let me just get through this day and then I'll figure it out tomorrow is kind of what I'm seeing. Like, each day he just pushed her back a little bit more just to keep her from questioning him in that moment. But those lies of his were piling up and weren't adding up together. And from her perspective, it's like, before she would just kind of be like, okay, knowing that he was kind of BSing her, but not knowing what she could do about it. But it seems like it was coming to a place where she wasn't letting it go anymore. And she was like, no, like, if you have a plan, your plan's not working. There's no benefit from your plan. So obviously we need a new plan. That's like what I'm seeing here. For the energy between them in the 6 months leading up to this. 9 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and 8 of Wands, and Wheel of Fortune. So essentially she went from letting it go, and I don't want to say she was letting it go. It's like Maggie knew there was a problem that he was not addressing in the right way. But every time she tried to break that barrier to talk to him, it would result in like an adult temper tantrum. And she's like, okay, I got to find a different way because he's not communicating like an adult. So how can I get through to him? So it seems like for a while she would say like, hey, what's going on, or what's the plan, or what are you actively doing to try and fix this? And he would just keep telling her of this plan or whatever that was in action, but had no proof of it and also had no progress. And for a while, it would be like he would say something just to get through that day and get her off his back for that moment. But then it got to the point where instead of being brushed off, she would kind of put a little bit more into it and be like, you're not just going to walk away right now. We actually need to talk about this. Like, you just constantly throwing a temper tantrum and leaving the room isn't going to get us anywhere. And again, it's money. I do feel like to at least some extent, he was blaming her for money that she was spending or that she had spent. This could be money that she spent on something, or it could be an investment that went bad. I think it's more money that they were spending. It could be either way. But she kept trying to talk to him about this and tantrum and leave the room. Tantrum and leave the room. Let me get a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune reversed. He definitely felt like he had to be in control of the situation. And whenever... 6 of Wands. I felt like he had to be in control. It's almost like he has a lot of connections. And I'm feeling like he was blaming the connections for the delay. Like, oh, so-and-so is working on it, but they're busy doing this or they're busy doing that. And she asked someone. She asked someone about their role in it. Like, hey, you're helping Alex with this, right? Or you're doing this, right? And that person was like, what are you talking about? Or they could have like lied and she could have saw through their lie. I feel like she asked someone something and they didn't know what she was talking about. Page of Pentacles. She asked someone something and they lied to her and she realized that they were paid off. And that's when she started pushing back, because she realized that his lie was actually big enough that other people were supporting it. I almost feel like, I feel like for a while she was willfully blind, but like optimistic that maybe she was wrong about her suspicions. But it's when she talked to an outside party, that outside party's response like confirmed something to her. But it wasn't that, it wasn't what I said. It wasn't that that person was like, what are you talking about? It's that that person had a financial motive to lie. She caught someone in a lie. She caught someone in a lie about a plan that he had, but she was quiet about it. Like, it would be like, if you tell me something and I say, oh, okay, cool. And then I have a conversation with the person that was about, and don't ask them directly, like, hey, is this true or not? But I ask them something else that when they answer that, it would either show that you were being truthful or not. Or in this case, Alex was being truthful or not. And that's how she caught some kind of lie. It wasn't a direct, hey, is he lying about this? Or hey, is this happening? It was something brought up in conversation that, like, when she said it, the other person's response confirmed to her that what she thought was accurate. But whoever she received confirmation of this lie through is someone that was getting money from Alex for something. Nine of Cups and Five of Pentacles reversed. Someone that he... Okay, so what I'm seeing is Alex helped someone recoup a large amount of money. That person is someone that Alex was telling Maggie, oh, this person is helping me with this situation, or this person is helping me with this or that. Maggie didn't fully believe that, but didn't want to cause that temper tantrum by just outright saying, like, hey, is this true? So she kind of did like a strategic conversation where she brought up something to see if it would lead to a confirmation of what Alex had said or not. It's someone that's in the public eye, though. But Judgment in reverse and Queen of Wands. Is it a wife of someone? That's what it is. It's a wife of someone. It's like Alex says, oh, this man is helping me with this. And then she's not seeing any progress made for an extended period of time. And she's like, if this person's helping you, why isn't it working? And if it's not working, we got to try something else because we're not making progress here. So she, to try and confirm if that person's actually helping or not, says something to that person's wife. She didn't confront it directly. The only person she confronted directly about it was Alex, but she went around that to try and see firsthand if what he was saying was a lie or not. Judgment reversed. Whoever the woman that she spoke to, that's the wife of that person, it's someone she felt like she could trust. Maybe not like a close friend, but someone that she felt like that person was honest. or like at least someone that she felt like this person won't know that I'm really asking this to get this kind of information. Okay, let's look at the energy between Paul, who is the 22-year-old son that passed away with the mom. Let's see his energy and Alex's energy in the 48 hours before he passed away. Let's do the son first and then Alex. Temperance in reverse. Which, Five of Swords for the energy between them. Four of Cups reversed. I can tell you that I feel like in the 48 hours before he was shot, before Paul was shot, it's looking to me like Temperance is Paul kind of pushing it with his words a little bit, being a little bit feisty about something, being a little bit, I'm not going to just be as quiet as I was type of thing. The Five of Swords is a conflict or a disagreement between the two of them. And then what I don't love here is the Four of Cups in reverse, which is almost saying like Alex had a choice to make and chose himself. Clarifier for Temperance in reverse. Seven of Swords, betrayal. Deception and betrayal. Paul called Alex out about a lie. Paul called Alex out about a lie. What was the lie about? Nine of Swords reversed. Something that he had been fearing that they were going to realize. Strength in reverse. It's like Paul found something out and wasn't sure if he should bring it up or not, and then he did, and it caused a giant fight. And this is in the 48 hours leading up to the murders. Clarifier for the Five of Swords. Five of Wands, another conflict card. Big conflicts. We have conflict on top of conflict. We have both fives together. Five of Swords is also like intimidation. And then the Five of Wands is like ego versus ego, just psh. It's also like Paul was standing in Alex's way of Maggie believing Alex's lies. Six of Cups. This has something to do with the other son too. What's his name? Buster? What does this have to do with Buster? Six of Pentacles. Buster more easily either believed his father or went along with his BS, where Alex was starting to give him a hard time about something. And Alex was standing in the way of Maggie believing Alex's lies. I almost feel like there at least was one point where Alex likely tried to like give Paul money or something to just be quiet and drop it. I'm hearing he walked in on something. He walked in on something. King of Swords. Walked in on something. The devil. So I said he walked in on something, and I got the King of Swords and the devil. The devil is like often represents drugs, and I know there's a lot of talk about if he was addicted or not. I think his defense team says that he was for 20 years. So the devil would represent that, or like transactional in that way. And then the king is the person that's in charge of something. Also like authority. So someone who has some kind of authority. Oh, Paul walked in on Alex with someone else that had some kind of power. He saw something that he wasn't supposed to see. He saw something he wasn't supposed to see, and he told his mom. Paul saw all of this is allegedly, my opinion. The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, having different beliefs. I believe this is wrong. You don't believe it's wrong. It's not that Paul necessarily thought that what Alex was doing was wrong. It was the fact that he was lying to the mom so much. Paul walks in on Alex, and someone saw something he wasn't supposed to see, or hear something he wasn't supposed to hear, maybe read something, but it's something that connects Alex to someone else who has power and authority, which we know he's connected to a lot of people like that. But it's almost like Paul was saying, like, if you don't tell her the truth, I'm going to expose this person. Or I'm going to tell somebody about this person. King of Cups. So we have the King of Cups and the King of Swords. Two kings together with authority. Paul sees the two kings doing something illegal, immoral, something that Paul does not agree with himself. It's either he doesn't agree with what he saw, or he doesn't agree with what he saw being kept or hidden from his mom. Paul says, oh, maybe it's his brother. If you don't tell mom about this that I now know because I walked in on it, I'm going to tell Buster. That caused a giant fight. Giant fight. Alex chooses Alex over his son. Whatever his son knew, found out, walked in on, saw, discovered, whatever, his wife finding out about that would cause it to be almost impossible for her to believe his other lies. I almost feel like it's something that would have made her, it would be like the final nail in the coffin, so to speak, that make Maggie go against Alex. Like, I can't stick around for this crap anymore. Oh, if she would have left, it would have made him look really bad in court. Clarifier for the reversed Four of Cups. The Queen of Swords reversed. He chose himself because he tried to manipulate her. It failed. And essentially, it came between his whole life definitely falling apart or possibly cutting people loose in some way. I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but like what this is saying to me is that he chose himself over her because of certain words that either she was saying or certain words that he was scared she was going to hear through whatever Paul had discovered. It also, the Emperor in reverse was here too, so that's him feeling like he was losing control. If she found out whatever Paul knew, he felt like he would lose control over everything, and he had to make a choice, and he chose himself. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay. So let's take it from the beginning because I'm pretty sure that everything is going to fit in with one another. All right, so we're going to start by looking at the death of Stephen Smith, which was on July 8th, 2015. He was a former high school classmate of Alex's eldest son, Buster. He was found dead in the middle of a country road in Hampton, South Carolina. He was 19 years old. His car was 3 miles away out of gas. He died from blunt force trauma caused by a hit and run. But his mother, Sally, believes he was murdered. The Highway Patrol disagreed with the autopsy's determination and pursued several leads, including rumors that Buster was having a secret affair with Smith, and the MURDAUGH family may have been behind the killing. Case remains unsolved. Let's see the energy for Stephen Smith, Buster, and between them. 8 of Pentacles for Stephen. Between them, 7 of Cups. Two of Pentacles for him. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is working really hard. I almost feel like this is representing working really hard to keep something a secret. The 7 of Cups being reversed is alignment between the two of them, and it's about an illusion dissipating. So like seeing things clearly. And then the 2 of Pentacles here is about weighing different choices. Yes or no. Should I do it? Should I not? Clarifier for the 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. So he felt trapped. He was working really hard at Stephen was working really hard at keeping something a secret. He felt trapped by the information that he had. Clarifier for the 7 of Cups reversed. The Magician. Communication. So communication led to something being in alignment. They talked about something and agreed to put in the work to keep it a secret. And that in and of itself was causing Stephen to feel very trapped. Clarifier for the 2 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Oh. Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is like very passionate energy. It's like the spark that lights the flame. Do I feel as though there was something going on that is not yet confirmed or known? Yes. Do I think it likely has something to do with rumors of a secret affair? Honestly, yes, I do. It does look that way to me, especially with the Ace of Wands coming out underneath the Two of Pentacles. It's like he was trying to hide that desire that he had, and he somehow trapped Stephen into not talking. There's definitely something going on in secret here. Hold on one second. Okay, so what happened when Stephen passed away? What happened in the half hour before? Justice. Oh. Justice is accountability. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is like, I'm committing to working hard to not letting this come out. I'm on board with the plan. But then feeling trapped by the plan, trying to talk about it. Seven of Pentacles reversed, not thinking ahead. It's like it was a spur of the moment. I'm not keeping this secret anymore. I know this about you. I agreed to keep it a secret. I'm not keeping it a secret anymore. Or it could be, I agreed to keep this secret, but then I told somebody that somebody told you, and now you're here. As in Stephen to whoever was there. What can we know about if this was a hit and run? King of Wands. So we had the other two kings that was representing Alex and whoever Paul walked in on him with. And then we have the other king here. The kings are representing what they're trying to hide by using power and authority. So there's something, yeah, there's something about Stephen Smith's death that was being hidden. My opinion, allegedly. What I'm seeing is Stephen knew something about Buster. Was that something that had to do with their sexual orientation? Possibly, okay? Could have been something else. Could have been about that. To me, it's reading more like, is looking pretty likely like there was something potentially going on. Or it could just be that Buster revealed some kind of secret to Stephen that Stephen either shared with someone else or threatened to expose. Something like that. I almost feel like Stephen wanted Buster to leave him alone about something, and he wasn't, and he was like, man, like, I know your secrets, like, are you sure you don't want to leave me alone? I'm just asking you to leave me alone. Ace of Cups. Is it possible that Buster was kind of aggressively pursuing Steven, and maybe there was a point where Steven was no longer interested, or maybe Steven found out something that he didn't really like about him. It may not be that he was exposing a secret per se. It may be that he knew secrets and wanted to separate himself from Buster, and Buster was fearing that those secrets would then come out through that separation. But the Ace of Cups is like emotion and intimacy. It's the card that represents the Holy Grail. So it's like that giving and receiving of like a new emotional... Okay, we're gonna loop back around to that. I just want to get like the basics, and then actually, no, I can see it. I pulled up a picture of him. Well, there's a picture on the website. So now that I can see him, I just want to let him give me a couple cards. Two of Wands reversed. Plans falling apart. Playing it safe too. Playing it safe. Plans falling apart. It wasn't that he exposed a secret. It was that he wanted distance. He was like, leave me alone. I'm done. Go away. And that was not happening. But he knew something. The Star in reverse, losing your way. It's like he had a plan. I feel like he knew. It's like Steven kind of knew that he wasn't going to be able to just walk away. So he had some kind of plan. I almost feel like his plan was like, if you don't just leave me alone, I'm gonna say something. But I don't think he was. I think it was just the fear of something that Steven knew about Buster. And Steven wanted to back away, separate himself. And that somehow led to his death. Queen of Cups and High Priestess. Is it possible maybe Steven was like, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to tell your mom about your sexual orientation that you're hiding from her? It's like that. It was like he was... It's something like that. Do I believe this was a random hit and run? No. No, I don't. Let's see. I'm going to pull one from this deck and then one from the other deck. This is just something that we can know. Victim didn't know the killer. That actually tells us a lot. So was it Buster that showed up and did this hit and run? No. It's looking like somebody else was involved, but it was because of what Steven knew. What is the energy of the person who harmed Steven? It was in reverse. The ageless, a light in the darkness. Healing, graciousness, and acceptance. My opinion, allegedly, my opinion, I believe that Stephen knew something that could potentially harm the Murdaugh family or the reputation of the family. Somebody got somebody else to take care of the problem. Do I believe that Stephen Smith died in a hit and run? No. I don't. I mean, he may have been hit by a car. That may be how he passed away. I don't really know. I didn't look into it, as I said, but no matter how he passed away, it wasn't random. It wasn't someone who just ran into a random person. That's what I'm getting. I'll just pull two of these too. Anger. Oh, shocker. It's an older man with a younger boy. And we just had the ageless. Fortune. Money. Protecting their reputation, protecting what they had to lose. All right. We might loop back around to Stephen Smith, but let's keep going. So now on, I don't know if I said the date, but that was July 8th, 2015 that Stephen Smith passed away. So now we have February 26th, 2018. So 2.5-ish years after. Death of the Murdaugh family housekeeper. Gloria died after falling down a set of stairs. Her family filed a wrongful death claim. And essentially Alex said like he was going to sue himself and take care of them, and then didn't. Or didn't give them the money. So in October 2020, oh no, that's skipping ahead. I don't know why that's there. Okay, let's stick to Gloria. What happened to Gloria? What can we know about Gloria? The Sun in reverse. Five of Cups. The Empress in reverse. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I almost feel like Gloria knew something she wasn't supposed to know either. The Sun in reverse is like, close your eyes, you didn't see that? The Empress here in reverse, to me, is representing either negligence, like someone saw her fall down the steps and didn't do anything in time, or like, just for example, maybe something was left there, like water, so she would fall, like it, or someone pushed her. I don't, there's something about her death that's not accidental. Insurance policy had paid out more than $4 million. Which Alex and friends pocketed. Let me get a confirmation for the reversed Sun. The Page of Cups. Is there like video of this happening. Let me look that up. I'll be right back. So I'm not finding that there's any video of this happening, but I am seeing on BuzzFeed.news or BuzzFeed News that it's being said she tripped over the dog. The Page of Cups is my inner child card, and it's coming out under the sun, which is a child card, and it has, this particular deck has 2 children on the card, and then the unicorn, which in reverse I don't know if I'm getting that she knew something about one of the sons, or that one of the sons was... I can't tell if it's that she was like pushed down the steps, or just that if someone saw her and didn't act quickly. There's something up with it. Clarifier for the 5 of Cups. 2 of Cups reversed. She found, I do feel like she knew about stuff that was going on for a while, but she found something around the time of her death. And it was either, I believe it was about one of the sons. This was 2018. Stephen was 2015. Is it possible she learned the truth about Stephen? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Did they try and pay her off? Four of Wands reversed. I almost feel like she found something out and knew that she couldn't really go up against them, so maybe she was planning on leaving or had mentioned leaving. Because we have the 2 of Cups reversed, and then we also have the 4 of Wands reversed, and both of them is like breaking up, leaving home, not being in the home anymore. Queen of Pentacles makes me feel like there's some kind of greed that she uncovered and they tried to pay her off to keep quiet. And it may not be that she was literally leaving. It might not have been that she was quitting. It might have been that she just became more quiet or withdrawn, and they took that as something's up. It was something about one of the sons, though. And I don't think it was 2 of Swords reversed. She wasn't sure what to do. She found something or knew something, wasn't sure what to do about it, became quiet and withdrawn, and they had known her for so long that that was very abnormal. It was something about one of the sons. It was something... She wasn't sure what to do. It's like she withdrew. Not like I quit, but like her energy withdrew, or maybe her attitude towards them changed or something. They picked up on it. Because the 4 of Wands in reverse is also like, I don't feel welcome here anymore. The Fool in reverse. Yeah, she knew that she knew she couldn't go up against them. She wasn't sure what to do. But something wasn't sitting right with her. And she knew them for long enough to know that when she was picking up on something like that, it was probably accurate because she knew a lot of the background. but she wasn't sure what to do with the information that she had. But she didn't pass away right away, so that's what's confusing. Ten of Cups reverse, unhappy family. What did she know? Constancy. Look, there's an eye, like always watching. She saw something she wasn't supposed to see. It's almost like somebody thought she left and had someone come to the house. Or maybe someone came to the house too early. It's in reverse. Thief. It's in reverse. Thief. Greed. Thief. Jealousy. Greed, thief, jealousy. Yeah, this is, she saw someone together. Thief reversed. She saw either someone together or a connection or something, and it had something to do with taking from others. I don't know if this is referring to taking of a life, as in Stephen, or if it's taking of money, but she knew something she wasn't supposed to know, wasn't sure what to do about it. Hold on a second. All right, let's keep going. I want to go through this whole timeline and get like a little bit about each thing, and then as it comes together, we can kind of fit it into the puzzle. Oh, they later announced an investigation into her death and plans to exhume her body. I wonder if somebody could have given her something or like slipped something. I'm not seeing her just like falling down the steps, but I can't figure out if it's like something that was like set up, like water left at the top of the steps she wouldn't see, or if it's someone that pushed her, or if like she was like given something and then I'm gonna use all the cards and put them back together. All right, so now we're up to February 24th, 2019, which is the deadly boat crash. Paul drunkenly crashed his father's boat into Archer's Creek Bridge, killing Mallory Beach and injuring 4 other friends. Paul had a blood alcohol 3 times the legal limit. Before the collision, his friend said he morphed into his drunk alter ego Timmy, becoming belligerent, stripping off his clothes, and slapping his girlfriend. Okay. Okay, so what was going on in the half hour before this deadly boat crash? The World in reverse, should have known better. 3 of Pentacles reversed. People not getting along, so I don't think that his friends were necessarily like, oh yeah, Timmy. But I don't think that they could or did necessarily stand up and say stop either. I think it was like quiet complacency, but like the World in reverse is saying that like the group of people as a whole feels like, man, should have known better, looking back, should have done something or made some kind of change. 6 of Swords reversed, which shows a boat overturned. So we have should have known better, the group of people, and the boat overturned. Which kind of like we already realized that, but the cards are confirming that what is going to come out next is about that picture. So what else do we know about the world reversed? Oh, King of Wands reversed and Seven of Pentacles. Should have known better. Well, the King of Wands being reversed is being very impulsive. So it does seem like build up, build up, build up, and then one bad move caused everything to go south. I feel like it was like Paul kind of acting like Timmy. Everyone not really being on board with it, but not wanting to stand up to him. Kind of like letting him do his thing, but like kind of being a little uncomfortable. And then before the collision, stripped off his clothes. Yeah, it's almost like he slapped his girlfriend and everything kind of just went quiet. Like his friends weren't like... It's almost like Timmy wanted to get some kind of like, ooh, reaction and didn't. And then tried to do something with the boat to like scare everyone. Like, oh, like turn to the side real quick. And that's what caused the crash. Like he was like deliberately trying to be like, oh, you're not going to support me. Look at this. I'm going to crash the boat without crashing the boat. But he actually did. That's what I'm seeing so far, allegedly. Three of Pentacles reversed, clarifier. Wheel of Fortune. Things taking a bad turn for the entire group. So the group, the energy of the group, Paul felt the shift in the energy of the group, tried to do a quick turn to scare everyone, or to maybe not to, well, I mean to scare everyone, but also to like show his power in a way. And that's what caused everything to take a bad turn. Six of Swords reversed, clarifier. Ace of Swords, confusion. So yeah, everyone, it's like a lot of hostility, a lot of okay, so they're on the boat drinking. Timmy starts to come out, which again, Timmy is drunk Paul. Timmy starts to come out. Timmy's getting feedback. I'm gonna call him Paul because that's gonna confuse everyone. Paul is getting feedback, like as in the friends are still acting normal, like they're still acting like they're having fun. It escalates to the point where he slaps his girlfriend, and that camaraderie kind of stops, where everyone's like, that was too far. Paul, to get his power back, takes the wheel and like tries to scare everyone or show everyone his power. That causes the boat to crash somehow. I don't know what they crashed into or if they flipped, I don't know. But so that happens, and then the Ace of Swords is also poor judgment. So I feel like everybody in that moment was so scared initially that they didn't make the best decisions. Is it possible they either waited to call the police and or drove away from the initial scene of the crash? There's something like that, like Six of Swords reversed also makes me feel like Mallory wanted to get off the boat. Or I guess it could be his girlfriend that wanted to get off the boat. Either one of them was uncomfortable enough that they wanted to get off the boat before that crash. Oh, Justice reversed. And the Lovers. Oh, his girlfriend. Oh, so it would be like he slaps his girlfriend, doesn't get the reaction from the crowd, realizes that everyone's kind of turning against him. His girlfriend says, I want to go back, or something like that. And he's like, oh, you want to go back? Grabs the wheel, does that, causes the crash. Then what? The Magician. Oh. Yeah, they didn't call right away. They got their story straight first. Communication. Creating a plan. Two of Swords reversed. How to make a decision. Yeah, it seems to me like they had some kind of powwow to get their story straight before calling police, and or went slightly away from the scene. But it does seem to me like the girlfriend wanted to get off of the boat. It caused Paul to make that decision to do something with the wheel, which we also, as I was talking about that, got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So grabs the wheel. I feel like I saw somewhere he tried to blame someone else. I don't think that that's true. I think it was him that caused the crash, isn't Paul. I think it happened when his girlfriend wanted to get off the boat after he slapped her. And also the friends on the boat were not like, oh, good job, like he expected them to in his drunken mindset. So it went from partying to now everyone being against him. His girlfriend wanted to get off the boat. His ego being hurt. Grab the wheel. Cause a crash. Everyone's confused. They get their stories aligned before calling police. Something's done with communication before police are called. I don't know if that's that he called someone else before he called police. Like, what should I do? It could be that. And just like made all the friends be quiet for a minute while he talked and figured out what to do or what to say. That's what I'm seeing there. What was Paul's energy when he crashed the boat? It's in reverse. Golden Empress, Jewel of Abydos, potency, confidence, and magnetism. But it was in reverse. And notice how it's a female on the card. So yeah, he was completely focused on the girlfriend. Jewel. It's possible he gave the girlfriend something recently before this boat trip that he wanted back. Like, oh, you want to get off? We're going to go back and you can give me that necklace back. Turns the boat, crash. Something like that. Okay. Let's look at... Beach's estate and other passengers filed wrongful death lawsuits naming Alex, Maggie, and Buster, and the convenience store chain that sold Paul then underage alcohol using his brother's ID. 2 months later, Paul was indicted on 1 count of boating under the influence causing death and 2 counts of boating under the influence causing great bodily harm. He was murdered before the case went to trial. What does this have to do with his murder? What does the boating incident have to do with Paul's murder? The 8 of Swords reversed. Freedom. Escape. Three of Cups reversed. Third party. Has something to do with whoever he called before he called police. Two of Wands reversed. Plans falling apart. There was some kind of plan of the defense for Paul that wasn't going to work as planned. Something fell through. And it's almost like Alex didn't have enough time or energy to focus on Paul's problems and his own, especially if they were coinciding at the same time. The Eight of Swords being reversed is escaping from something, like consequences. It's also freedom, like not getting in trouble for somebody else's wrongdoing. Three of Cups being reversed is saying, I don't have time for your problems and my problems. I only have time for my problems. It's also like getting a third party involved. And then we have the Two of Wands reversed, which is like, I don't really want to risk anything happening to myself through this case. Clarify the reversed Eight of Swords. We got the reversed Three of Wands, so that's about a delay. So we have freedom and a delay. Get one more clarifier for that. That could go two ways. The Empress in reverse and Death. To me, it seems like there was a plan to buy time so that this case would not be hand in hand with the other problems that were going on. And there was some kind of effort to delay it, but it didn't work. It seems as though it almost seems like the boating incident was being pushed off on Maggie for Maggie to deal with. Almost like Alex was like, there's nothing else I can really do. Like, what else do you want me to do? But I do think there was things in the works, but they weren't working. Like, there was plans, but the plans kept not working. Clarifier for the reverse Three of Cups. Four of Pentacles. He didn't want to spend the money. It's like Alex didn't want to spend the money to fight the case. Maybe it wasn't plans falling apart. Maybe it was like, well, okay, if you want me to do this, you owe me this money. And he was like, I don't have it. Clarifier for the reverse Two of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. So plans falling apart because there wasn't, the work wasn't being put into the plan. So I do feel like there was certain things that Alex was supposed to pay for Paul's court case that he did not want to or was not going to pay for. And that was causing that delay to not happen. It was making things not be able to be pushed off. They were happening sooner rather than later because there was some element of money not going to someone who was supposed to be helping. What would have happened if Paul was alive for that court case to go to trial? King of Swords reversed, Ten of Swords reversed, and Seven of Swords reversed. He was going down. somebody involved in Paul's boat trial case was going to expose Alex for the way that he was getting the money to help Paul. Somebody was also, it's like somebody had just had enough of this going on and wanted to kind of make an example. I do think if this would have went to trial, that Paul wasn't just walking away with a slap on the wrist. I think a lot of people think that that was going to happen. But somebody had some kind of key piece of information that couldn't be ignored that Alex knew about. And it would make him not have the control that he thought he would to use his power in a way that he thought he would. It'd be like if everything was meant to be smooth sailing, there was some favors called in, this was going to happen, that was going to happen, all these plans were in place, but somebody knew one piece of information that if they presented this piece of information, it would make all the other plans not matter, because it's like, oh, but this. And the Seven of Swords being reversed makes me feel like it was someone calling Alex's bluff, like, I know your secrets, the gig is up. It's something known about Alex's, it's something that had been going on for a while with Alex that was going to highlight how he was abusing his authority. Someone had proof of Alex abusing his authority for his son's case in a way that Alex didn't realize they could have proof for. And he realized that he wasn't able to get to this person like he was able to get to other people for some reason. Five of Swords reversed, yeah. About putting up a fair fight. I do feel like whoever this person is that had this information, Alex has talked to them and been like, don't do that. I'll give you money, I'll do this, I'll do that. And the person was like, no, you're being held accountable for this for once. But it's some kind of proof that Alex didn't know that they had previously. I want to say he found out recently about it. Whatever this proof was. Knight of Pentacles reversed. It's someone he thought he could trust that he couldn't trust. So the Knight of Pentacles being reversed. The Knight of Pentacles being reversed is making me feel like it's almost like Alex paid someone off to get rid of something and that person didn't get rid of it and gave it to somebody else. Like maybe like for example, like a voicemail or an email. Alex, in his own words, said something to someone that he thought was no longer existent. And the person that was on the prosecution side of Paul's case had proof of that. And they were going to use it in trial. Alex came into the knowing about this. It's almost like maybe someone was trying to throw him a bone, like, okay, look, I have this. If you don't come forward or if you don't just do the right thing here, I'm going to have to bring this up in trial and it's going to ruin everything for you. I don't know what it was though, but I really feel like it was something in Alex's own words that he had paid someone to get rid of, someone he thought he could trust, but he couldn't. All right. So now, oh, actually, hold on. What was that piece of information that he didn't know that they had from someone he thought he could trust, but he couldn't trust? It's in reverse. Crickets, silence, and non-action. You need to shut up and not do anything about that information that you have a seat, and be quiet. Meeting. Pulled 3 cards. Meeting. 2 or more people, discussions and planning. And then the last card is nightlife. Gamble, taking a risk, and Vegas. I just said it's some kind of risk, some kind of, the Knight of Pentacles being reversed is like a risk or a gamble that doesn't pay off. It's like, he made like an like he said something that he shouldn't have said, and either it was recorded or it was an email or it was a voicemail or it was a text message, and he like gave someone money to just delete it, thinking it was deleted, not thinking it was a big deal, because he does that kind of thing a lot where it's like an abuse of power. So it was just another example of that, but this is someone he thought he could trust that he couldn't trust. Meeting. 2 or more people discuss. I really feel as though, it's something that was brought to the prosecution's attention that they were going to use the right time in trial, but somehow Alex got word of this and was given the opportunity to come clean about something so that it wouldn't be used. And he didn't. All right, let's look into... Okay, so now we're up to June 7th, 2021, which is the double murder. Alex, hysterical and sobbing, called 911 shortly after 10 p.m. to report that he found Paul and Maggie shot to death near the dog kennels on the family's sprawling 1,700 acres hunting estate. Okay, so Maggie travels from wherever she is to the hunting estate. Paul travels from wherever he is to the hunting estate. What was their energy on that drive there? 6 of Cups reverse, being stuck in the past, unable to let go of something is Maggie. Oh, unable to let go of something. Able to let go of something. And Paul. 4 of Swords. Unable to let go, giving it a rest. Four of Swords is like, I'm protecting me, protecting my interests. I'd be curious to know who was there first, if we even know. Clarifier for 6 of Cups reversed. 7 of Wands reversed, exhausted. Yeah, stuck in the past, tired of having the same fight. Clarifier for the 4 of Swords. Four of Cups reversed. Doing something new. Tired of the same old stuff, doing something new, protecting myself. Paul had been keeping a secret that he was going to expose to Maggie. Maggie was tired of having the same fight over and over and over again. Not being able to make any progress. What brought Maggie there that day? Reversed 9 of Wands and upright 10 of Wands. A heavy burden and a struggle. Heavy burden and a struggle. It's another card about exhaustion as well. Like something was really weighing her down for some time. And it was like just going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. And when I said what brought her there, we got 10 of Wands and 9 of Wands reversed. Let me pull for him really quick. Clarifier for Paul's cards. Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. He was putting on a brave face, going to expose something money-wise. It's almost like he could see his mom very stressed out and wanted to give her the information that he had. I don't know how. I know that there's talk about if, was she lured there? I don't know if it was necessarily luring her, but she was going there for the purpose of something that had to do with this recurring battle. Either to talk, to figure something out, to have some kind of meeting, something. And Paul, I almost feel like Paul knew that the mom was going there, Maggie. And he was like, oh, this is my chance. I can go talk to her there. My phone is dying. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 from this side and 3 from the other side of the same deck. See what we get. Just about either the energy at the sprawling, or I'm not surprised that cryptocurrency is the first one that came out. Travel, money traveling, perversion, boner zone. Money, travel. Let me get the cards from the other side too. I feel like this card, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I almost feel like this card is like just representing the wife's connection, or it could be representing more than that, but let's see. Power in reverse, and it has a crown on it, so taking power away. That's under cryptocurrency. Anger in reverse and corruption. So we have cryptocurrency and then power in reverse underneath of it. Travel and then anger in reverse underneath of it. Perversion and corruption. There was money being moved somewhere that the wife did not know about, but Paul had come into the knowing about. Paul was going to share this information with Maggie. It's almost like he knew that it would make Alex very angry, and that's why he wanted to go talk to her there. Either Paul got Maggie to go there so they could talk, or he found out she was going there and was like, I'm going to go talk to her while she's there. I almost feel like Paul thought that Alex was spying or listening in or something. Like he didn't want to have certain conversations in certain, Queen of Wands. He didn't want to have certain conversations in certain places because he felt like Alex would be able to hear it. I don't know if he thought that there was recording devices in the house. Hangman in reverse and the Hermit. Yeah, it's like he wanted to talk to her and kept not getting the opportunity to, or he didn't. Alex wanted to have a conversation with Maggie that he did not want. No, sorry, I keep messing that up. Paul wanted to have a conversation with Maggie that he did not want Alex to know about. That night, June 7th, 2021. He wanted the conversation to take place somewhere where he felt they weren't being listened to or watched or something. I want to know who passed away first, Maggie or Paul. So I'm going to shuffle the deck and then I'm just going to flip until I get either King, Queen, Page, or Knight to see which passed away first. Oh, the Emperor. Okay, so Paul passed away first. How did Paul pass away? I mean, we know how he was shot, but like what led to it? The Knight of Cups. Expressing emotions. It's also the romantic element. So Paul wanted to express to Maggie emotions, feelings, or thoughts that he had about Alex. And somehow that led to his death. What caused Maggie to pass away? I mean, we know what caused it, but like what led to it? Or how did it happen? 5 of Wands reversed, conflict avoidance. 10 of Cups reversed, unhappy family. So Paul wanted to share with Matt. Paul passed away first. Allegedly, my opinion. Paul passed away first. Paul went to the sprawling to express or share something he knew about Alex that had something to do with money being moved around that Maggie was not privy on it happening. She did not know about it. This information being passed to Maggie would take some of Alex's power away. And it has something to do with corruption, which obviously we know this case is kind of riddled in corruption. But there was specifically a factor of corruption that had something to do with the money being moved around. Cryptocurrency, so it was probably electronic money, so like moving it to an offshore account, something like that. But this is something that Maggie didn't know about. I do think that there are things that she did know about, but just couldn't fight with him because it would be like approaching an adult toddler that was having a tantrum when she tried to confront Alex about it. But the unhappy family and avoiding conflict is what caused Maggie to get shot. So my next question is, did Alex hire, pay, coerce, get someone else to do this for him? Get all my cards in order 1 second. Okay. Did Alex get someone to commit these murders on his behalf? Strength, Hierophant in reverse. Did he get someone to do it on his behalf? Did he get someone to do it on his behalf? Strength, Hierophant reversed. So the Hierophant reverse is the element of Paul kind of challenging his authority in some way, as in Alex's authority. Strength is like, I'm stronger than you. I'm trying to see. I feel like I believe that Alex, allegedly, my opinion, was there at the time of the murders. I believe that Alex was shot first. I'm just not getting, I can't really, I'm not seeing if he's the one that did it or if he was there with someone, or clarifier for strength. Knight of Swords. Is it possible that he got someone? Okay, so I'm seeing it could be two different things, in my opinion. Either he hired someone or paid someone to take care of Maggie for him. Not expecting the other son to be there. I feel like his intention was to just unalive Maggie. And Paul either wasn't supposed to be there or was supposed to have already left. Paul started putting something together, like right before he was shot. It was like something clicked in his mind, like, oh crap, and then he turned around and was shot. Is it possible there's someone that's talking to Maggie? Paul's not supposed to be there, but he comes, or he's there, or he's still there, something. This person is meant to shoot Maggie. But Paul starts to pick up on it. I believe that Alex shot Paul but wasn't planning on it. I believe that Alex had a plan to get rid of Maggie, but his plan, it's almost like it's almost like Alex found out that Paul was there or was going there or was not leaving, and that's why he went there. It's almost like he wanted to get his son away from what was going to happen to Maggie, but couldn't. His son put it together, found out, and he had to take care of him. I believe, I don't know who shot Maggie. I can't, for some reason, I don't want to tell you something that I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing if it was a second shooter that shot Maggie or if things just went horribly wrong. But I am feeling like there was a plan for Maggie to be the one that was shot and not Paul. But Paul put something together and either tried to fumble that plan for Maggie, clarifier for what I just said. Let's see what we can get. The son. The son. I feel like that's clarifying what I just said because I was talking about the son. His son. Oh, Queen of Cups. Weird. Okay. So clarifier for Queen of Cups. Temperance in reverse. Clarifier for the sun. So Maggie was disrupting the plan. Two of Pentacles reversed. Paul was overcommitted to the truth. I feel like it's almost like if Maggie was in a corner talking to someone, Paul wasn't really sure who she was talking to or why, but like things started to go weird. He started to pick up on some weird energy. I guess it doesn't have to be a third party. It could be representing Alex that I'm seeing as that third party. But I really feel like somebody else was there too. This is a weird case. I feel like Maggie was intended to be murdered. But Paul disrupted the plan. He started to realize something. What did he start to realize? Oh, Two of Cups reversed. Maggie's in the corner talking to someone. Weird vibes. Alex or Paul starts to put something together. Like, this is weird. Something's going on here. It's almost like he turns around to get something and his dad's just standing there. Like he's observing his mom talking to someone or doing it. I guess it could be on the phone, but I'm not feeling. I feel like she was physically talking to someone. Paul turns around to get Paul turns around to get something or do something or make a phone call. Maybe his phone was behind him. I don't know. But he turns. That's what it was, his phone. Turns around to get something and his dad's just standing there. I believe he has the gun and Paul sees it. It's like one of those uh-oh that you can't go back from. It would be like, it would be like Paul picks up on something, goes to turn around, goes to get a phone or walk away or something. Alex is like outside of the door hearing what's going on but not being seen. Paul turns around to get something, sees his dad, notices he's like concealing a gun or something. And in that heat of the moment, he made that decision to just shoot. I don't know if that causes the other person to shoot Maggie then, or if that other person leaves and he shoots him. That's the part I'm not seeing clearly. And I think it's because I have to get other additional information first. In reverse, unconditional, genuine, certain love, and it's in reverse, and it matches the heart on this card. And I said this one was likely just representing Maggie. Oh, children, financial support, an interview. So children would be representing, this is Maggie, this is Paul. Financial support is the financial element. Interview, it says talk, conversation, and get on the same page. So, yeah, somebody was there talking to Maggie. Or she was on the phone, but I feel like somebody was there talking to Maggie. I feel like Paul was going for his phone. Starts to put something together, goes for his phone. I don't know, maybe his phone was in a different room, or like maybe in his car, or maybe it was like on a table. But he turns around and realizes that his dad is there when he didn't know his dad was there. His dad wasn't supposed to be there. Wasn't planned, like it wasn't in the plans for them to meet there or anything. And it's almost like Alex realizes that Paul knows that he's not supposed to be there. And it's like that look where when you have really bad intentions with something and someone makes eye contact with you, it's almost like you feel like they know what you're about to do. And that's it. And I feel like he almost like had the gun somewhere, like just in case. It's possible maybe he was going to try and run in and be like, oh, I'll save you. No, that's not it. So anyway, he had the gun like in his pants or in his coat or pocket somewhere. He had it somewhere. And it's almost like Paul made direct eye contact with wherever the gun was. And boom, fired. I do feel as though the other person that was there is who took the guns. Wasn't Maggie shot a lot of times? Hold on. Maggie was lying face down in the mud about 30 feet away. She had been shot with a rifle at least 4 times, one execution style in the back of the head. It's almost like he shoots the son, the other person grabs Maggie. Ten of Pentacles, family dynasty, family money. Wanting to protect the family name. Also brings in the element of privilege. Nine of Pentacles. So we have 9 and then 10 of Pentacles. So taking a step forward. To be honest with you, I honestly feel like somebody else was there. That other person was supposed to take care of Maggie, but Paul being there threw a wrench in the plans. It's almost like that person was delaying, was trying to talk to Maggie for longer, hoping that Paul would leave. And Paul wasn't leaving. So Alex showed up. Paul saw Alex. Alex shot Paul. I'm honestly feeling like the other person isn't the one who shot Maggie. I'm feeling like they held her and he came over and did it. Three of Swords. I don't know if the other person couldn't go through with it, or it was just that things happened out of order, like they weren't supposed to. What is the energy of the second person who I believe was there? Hades, Lord of Riches. Shocker. Equanimity, wisdom, and inevitability. And he's holding out a golden apple. Lord of Riches. He paid someone to do it. I honestly feel like there's a third person that let Alex know that Paul wasn't leaving, or that Paul was there, or that Paul was messing up the plan. And that's when Alex went there. Paul saw Alex out of place, noticed a gun. Alex shot Paul. Maggie was held and like walked somewhere. He suggested that the boat crash litigation was behind the grisly killings. This is a long story. This is what Alex says. This is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck. He has been getting threats. MURDAUGH can be heard saying in body camera footage. He said, I know that's what it is. What can we know about that statement by Alex? 9 of Swords reversed. 5 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know if maybe Paul was supposed to be there, but was supposed to leave. And then it was meant to be like the shooting happened right after Paul left. Like maybe it was going to be someone went in looking for Paul but only found Maggie. I really feel like Maggie was the intended sole target, but Paul did something he wasn't expected to or out of the ordinary. Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Some kind of communication and some kind of money exchanging hands. Is it possible that Alex had a plan to set up the person that he hired to kill Maggie? Like, I'm going to have this person do it, but I'm going to have some kind of proof that they did it that doesn't connect them to me, just in case this doesn't go my way and they start coming after me, then I can throw this person under the bus. Which is weird, because that person would turn on you if you did that. How is he going to get around that fact? Five of Cups reversed and High Priestess. This is a very deep rabbit hole. It's like plans to cover the plans, to cover the plans, to cover the plans, to cover the plans. But then, like, there was so many layers that he had forgotten what was down here. It's like an onion, and he felt like if he could just keep adding a layer one at a time, that they would never get to the core of it. It's in reverse. Message. Oh, and the person's dumping out money. Shocker. But it was in reverse. Silly that. Kind of message. Ecclesiastic. And it shows a priest at church. An officer in reverse. And widow. I do feel like Maggie was the one that was supposed to pass away. Paul got in the way of some kind of plans. Get clarification on this officer card. The Devil in reverse. The Devil's in the details. Officer. Message. Organization. Widow. Pouring money on the problem. Devil is in the details of the officer. Is it possible he wanted his son there to witness the murder, but like, it's very hard to figure out this strange motive. It's like I can see it, but I can't. King of Pentacles. control, money, power. I keep running scenarios in my head and then I get a little bit into them and I'm like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. This is a very difficult case to read. The Star in reverse. There was a plan, and then after the plan began to be enacted, he started to realize it wasn't going to work and went there. So there was a plan. I don't know what the plan is. I can't tell if Paul was supposed to be there or not. But there was a plan of something with Maggie to get Maggie out of his hair, pretty much. Something started to not go right with that plan. And that is when Alex went to the scene of the crime, which wasn't a crime yet until he got there. Paul saw Alex somewhere he wasn't expected or not supposed to be. And then he saw, I'm telling you, he looked directly at his hand in his pocket and there was a gun. And Paul was like that moment of like, what are you doing with that? It's almost like it wasn't that he had the gun. It was that he had the gun in his pocket or something that was like trying to conceal it when it was like not normally something he would conceal. Where was this? Is a hunt? Did it say hunting? Oh, dog kennels. I don't know if this is somewhere that they hunt. It's not that it was abnormal to see him with a gun. It was the way that he was holding it or how he was hiding it. It's like Paul made eye contact with the gun and was like, uh-oh, bad intentions. And then it was like instant. I'm going to collect the cards. Hold on. Okay, so I don't have that much longer because I have a meeting in a little bit, but I want to finish this video and post it and then kind of go into the comments. I did a community post asking what questions everyone has for this case. So being that I don't know too much more about this case other than what I'm reading, I want to go into your questions. I know that I still have to go into the ambush where he claims he was shot in the head, but I want to kind of stop where we are and then research and look through your questions and all that. So I want to set up and do 5 cards for each, Alex, Paul, and Maggie, and kind of how we do it, like a timeline through the night. I want to just see their night, start to finish, on the night of their death, which is June 7th, 2021. So let's do Paul first. 8 of Wands reversed. 7 of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. 6 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles reversed. So for Paul, we see a frustration. Seven of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. 6 of Pentacles giving. So 8 of Wands reversed. is like, if I pass along this information, there's going to be some kind of consequence. There's going to be problems. I have information, and when I communicate that information to the person that I'm going to communicate it to, I know that it's going to result in something chaotic. Seven of Swords reversed is like, I caught you. I'm telling the information that I have that I want to pass to someone that I know is going to create chaos from the passing of this information. It's because I caught somebody doing something. The Queen of Wands reversed is representing Maggie, that Maggie did not have this information, and that's who he was going to pass this information to. The Six of Pentacles is that information being exchanged, and it has something to do with money. And then Five of Pentacles reversed is recovering a loss. I really feel as though Paul was going to tell Maggie that there was money being funneled, saved, hidden, something that she did not know about. And she was stressing about the finances while there was hidden money that could take care of the problem. Let's go with Maggie. 5 cards for Maggie. Reversed, 5 of Cups. Strength. King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Three of Swords reversed. So for Maggie, she wanted to be done with something. She wanted to move forward from something. It's almost like with 5 of Cups reversed and then Strength, it's like, I'm done battling your war in my mind. Your F-ups are not my responsibility to carry in my mind all of the time. Who is she talking to, or who is that towards? King of Pentacles. Who is the King of Pentacles? Alex. He's the king with the money. The 3 of Pentacles reversed is the team is not working together here. So this implies to me that Maggie came into the knowing that Paul had something to tell her about Alex. And then we have the 3 of Swords reversed, which is like, I've been holding back for so long, and now that I have this information, I can't do that anymore. I can't just hold back anymore. Alex's night. Well, 10 of Cups reversed, unhappy family, misaligned family, family falling apart. The Emperor, control, authority, power, wanting to keep it. The Knight of Wands. Impulsiveness, coming in fast, quickly responding to a situation. Justice in reverse. Retribution, dishonesty. Temperance in reverse. Imbalance. Recklessness as well. So we have, for Alex, unhappy family, family falling apart. Then we have the Emperor, him wanting to stay in control. We have the Knight of Wands quickly responding to a situation. It's typically courage, but obviously in this case, it's not courage. It's just like going through with something that scared him. Justice in reverse here is a lack of accountability. So I do feel like this is him feeling like whatever happened, he was not going to be held responsible for some reason. And then we have Temperance in reverse, which is chaos and like disruption. So I do feel like the original plan was to have Maggie taken out so that he would not have to face justice for the other things that were going on, both with him and his son. But the plan that was disrupted by Paul. I don't know if it was disrupted by what Paul told Maggie. I don't know if it was disrupted by Paul being there when he wasn't supposed to. I don't know if it was disrupted by Paul not leaving. Like maybe they thought he was just stopping by. I don't know. I can't tell, but somehow there was a plan involving somebody else besides just Alex. That plan fell apart because of Paul. If the plan would have gone according to plan, Alex fully believed that he would be able to get rid of Maggie and never see a day of punishment for it. I don't think that he was the one that was physically meant to do that to Maggie originally. For some reason, I feel like something changed and he did. But I don't know. That I can't see clearly, so I want to do a little bit more digging to figure that out. I do feel as though he is the one who shot his son, but I don't think he went there saying, I'm going to go shoot my son. I do think it was a moment of, uh-oh, everything's falling apart. Now I'm caught. You caught me. You're looking right at my guilt. Because Temperance is like everything just falling apart. And next to Justice reverse, it's like everything fell apart, where it should have been like an open and shut case. Like, oh, a person that had a vendetta against Alex came and shot his wife. I think it was meant to be like they came for his son, but only found his wife. There's some weird plan, like, that in a normal case would never have worked, but because of his authority and because of his connections, this weird plan would have worked to get him away from that turning into any kind of investigation into Maggie's death. But something fumbled these plans, and it has something to do with Paul. I'm gonna pick, what time is it? Okay, a little bit more time. I'm going to pick 3 from this side and 3 from the other side. Secret weapon. And Democrat in reverse. Oh. Cover up. Secret weapon. Yeah, this is like all of the plans coming together. And then if you can see, there's like this one red string, and it's the only one that doesn't go all the way across. It ends right there. It's like that one piece of the plan did not fit. Every other piece was connected and good, but there's that one that stopped short, and that has something to do with Paul. It was in reverse, but accomplice and partner in crime. But it was in reverse. I almost feel like Alex shows up, has to shoot, allegedly my opinion, Alex shows up, has to shoot Paul because Paul sees him, puts things together. The other partner, because this was reversed, so it's like whoever he originally had that was going to do this, it's almost like they were like, oh, well, you already shot him, so you just shoot her too, so that way it's, so that way in case I get, I don't think the accomplice did what they were supposed to do. I don't know why. Break up in reverse. Is it possible that couple and money in reverse? Is it possible that like somebody was talking to Maggie and Maggie gave them information? I feel like the accomplice that was meant to shoot Maggie did not shoot Maggie. I think Alex ended up doing it. But it's almost like oh, well, you already shot him, so you might as well do this. Or like maybe the person was taking too long, or maybe Maggie said something to the person that the person didn't want to go through with it. There's something happened. It's like everything kept falling apart. Let me get the energy of the accomplice partner in crime. Their energy on the night of the murders and now. The Prince, the forgotten adversary. Sorrow, lost velour, and serendipity. And it's a guy in fire. The Prince, the Prince, the forgotten adversary. Secret weapon. Look at his energy, the person's energy now. It's in reverse. The thinker, father of knowledge, knowledge, instruction, and reinvention. Prince. If Alex is the king, the prince would be younger. And the thinker says the father of knowledge, but it's in reverse. Was the accomplice younger than Alex? Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. It's not necessarily that someone is younger, it's that he has some kind of past with this person. Somebody owed him a favor. Somebody owed him a really big favor. I got a bunch of cards. Oh, I got three. The Magician, Queen of Cups reversed, and Two of Swords reversed. So the Magician is communication. The Queen of Cups being reversed makes me feel like this is someone that had a connection to both he and Maggie. And then the Two of Swords reversed is like, you owe me and I'm collecting now. And this is how I'm collecting and you're just going to do it. Somebody that Alex has a past with, that Maggie also knew. They owed something to, the person owed something to Alex. Clarifier for the Queen of Cups. The Chariot. Queen of Cups would be the, yeah, it's, the Chariot is like two different sides of the energy field working together towards a common goal. So the person that, okay, sorry. So the person that was the accomplice was not the accomplice because they had something against Maggie. They were the accomplice because they owed something to Alex. Allegedly, my opinion. Two of Swords reverse, clarifier. The Lovers reverse. Yeah, I really feel like Maggie was the intended soul target. The Magician, to clarify, is the reversed Ace of Pentacles. Missing out on money. Yeah, Maggie was digging a little bit too deeply into where the money was. Somebody owed something to Alex. Somebody owed something to Alex, and how he was collecting that debt was for that person to take care of Maggie. Nine of Swords reversed. But I don't believe that person actually did. I think that Alex ended up doing it himself after he had to shoot Paul. Because the Nine of Swords is even like somebody helping you with something. And it's also like mental torment ending. Like waking up from a nightmare kind of energy. So it's like Maggie was giving him a hard time, pressuring him about the money. Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, he didn't. It's like he should have known better. This was something that kept repeating. And he didn't have any more lies to make up that would suffice. And I think that the difference between now and in the past was that Maggie could get in trouble for that boat thing as well because she was on that. So it's like she was really pushing to get answers so that she didn't end up getting brought down for that. She's like, I can't let it go anymore. I got to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to pull two of these. Strange phenomena involved. Oh, and it's a whole graveyard on the card because there's so many deaths here that are kind of linked in some way or another. Victim had history with the killer. And it's someone that's like helping a woman up from the ground. I really do feel like Maggie knew the person and was having like a conversation with them before Alex showed up and everything went bad. Get card for strange phenomena involved. Huh. Family, blood ties, and inner circle. And it's a dad holding out two kids on his arms. Strange phenomena. And it's like one of these kids is holding on with both hands and one's holding on with one hand. And it's making me feel like the strange phenomena here is referring to Alex shooting his own son. Because I don't think that that was the intention. Like, I don't think that he went there wanting to shoot his son. To clarify, victim had history with the killer. I pulled, it's reversed. Receipts, proof, and show me. That's it in reverse. Receipts, proof, and show me. Yeah, this person... It's almost like someone confronted Maggie about, like, someone was there to talk to Maggie about something to do with Alex. It's almost like they were picking a fight intentionally so that it could lead to shooting her. But then she gave them some kind of proof of whatever they're saying not being accurate. Maybe that was the delay. One more. Crushed, sad, broken, and feeling alone. Yeah, that's what it is. Look, it was in reverse. It's like somebody was talking to Maggie about something related to Alex, trying to kind of build up the situation so that they could shoot her. But she was like, no, look at this. I believe that Paul had already spoken to Maggie and told her whatever it was that he had information on before this happened. Like earlier in the night. I believe it was after they had been at the place they were at. I don't think they did it on the phone or anything. I think that they had already had some kind of conversation. I'm going to pull 3 of these. 1 from Maggie, 1 from Paul, 1 for Alex. Maggie first, from Maggie. Page of Cups. Yeah, that's a confirmation that Paul had already expressed to Maggie whatever it was that he wanted her to know. Paul, reverse 10 of Wands, releasing a heavy burden. Here's this information. King of Swords. Which, not for nothing, but in the Idaho case, King of Swords has represented the killer. And I almost feel like that's a little bit of confirmation here when this card comes out for Paul specific, or for Alex specifically. I really do think that this is pointing towards him being the one that shot both of them. I do think somebody else was there. I do think somebody else was supposed to do shooting, but I don't think that they did, and I can't exactly tell why, but I think it had something to do with Maggie being like, look at this. This doesn't match what you're saying. Here's proof otherwise. I'm going to post this part so far, see the feedback that you guys have, because again, this is a very deep rabbit hole and I'm not very much up to speed. I wanted to kind of get a background so I know what to look for when I'm looking into the information. I want to... I guess I'll use these. Okay, I just want to pull 4 more. I'm going to pull 4 more from this deck and then we're going to be done. Thief and Suicide, both in reverse. Republican in reverse. We had the Democrat card in reverse come out a little bit ago, and Devil in reverse, and life insurance. Body double deep fake was here too. Yeah, I definitely think there was 2 people, but I only think that one of them did this. So the Republican card coming out in reverse, and then we had previously the Democrat card that came out in reverse. I almost feel like that's saying that the person who is the accomplice is not a fellow lawyer, or is not someone with the same privilege that Alex has. Thief? Oh, crap. This is the one that... Like, that's kind of what I was describing with the gun. I know you really can't see it, but the guy's holding a gun. But it's, like, all black, so it's hard to see. Suicide. Is it possible? So there's the guy. So Alex got shot in the head on the side of the road, and there's a man that came out that essentially said that Alex wanted the man to shoot Alex. But he didn't. We got suicide in reverse. Is it possible that that guy could be the accomplice? We also got Devil in reverse. Knight of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups upright was Alex sharing the information with Maggie, and now for the accomplice we have it in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse is also like an unrealistic plan of action, like a plan that shouldn't or couldn't have worked. Hangman in reverse, delay. Yeah, I feel like it's highly possible that that person that is the one that Alex supposedly asked to shoot him on the side of the road. I feel like he could very well be the accomplice here, but that something happened that he didn't go through with his part of the plan and caused some kind of delay, and Alex showed up, and then everything kind of went to crap. That's what I'm getting. I don't want to go into the rest of this as blind as I am right now. So now, knowing this information, I'm going to read up on the case a little bit more, look through what you guys say, and then I will do another video on this case. I don't know if I'm going to have another video out today or tomorrow. Definitely by tomorrow or sometime tomorrow at the latest, I'll have another video. Either Idaho or Nicola. But I will do a follow-up on this case either later this week or early next week. So let me know questions and other things to look into, but that's what I'm getting so far. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, talk to you guys soon.